I'm very excited for season 3 for Lyn because there's a lot of hell yes moments for her. These moments of like yelling at the screen and being like, hell yes! Lyn is in a great place. She ended season 2 finally getting validation from her sister, which is all that she wanted. And so she's feeling empowered. So she's very aware that she has to keep bringing it because the bar and Emma are the only things that she has in the world, really. And if this doesn't work out, then her whole life will fall apart, and then that would mean that she would have to go back to her old ways, and that's not an option. A new dynamic for the sisters happens in season 3 because it's kind of like shifting a little bit. Lyn is taking a little bit more charge. But then she also is getting distracted by a lot of things. We know that the father is alive and what that is gonna do to their relationship and to each of them individually, how they're gonna deal with that.
Is Eddie gonna tell them and how are they gonna react to it, sort of thing? Like that, I think for me, just as a fan, I'm like, well, what's gonna happen and what does this mean?
Do you know who I am?
The reemergence of their father, in the picture, I think is something that for both the sisters is really different. And, the typical kind of relationship between Nico and Emma has been like Nico kind of talking her off a ledge a lot of times, and this is no different. Emma's got a really strong opinion about what it means that he was there the whole time and chose to not be present.
I think it's really interesting that she holds this secret and is able to see what, what's gonna happen, what is she gonna do with this. There's just so much anger towards Vida for doing this to her and leaving her with this mess.
Johnny is starting off the season. He's a dad now. The kid, his daughter's here in Earth and with him, and he's also still dealing with having to see, Lyn with a whole nother person,
I think it's definitely good that they're taking time to not be together because Lyn needs to know what it's like to be her own person and to focus on things that make her feel good. And her relationship with Johnny, except for the sex, has never really made her feel good. She starts season 3 with Rudy. Rudy is her new man, and that relationship on paper looks great. Everything about it. The cool part about season 3 is that we get to explore class within the Latinx community a little bit because Rudy comes from a very wealthy family and Lyn does not. So we get to see what that dynamic is, what it does to her.
Lyn and Johnny, I think they need to do personal growth and we should be rooting for them. What I love about them, Lyn and Johnny this season, is that we get to see them as friends for the first time. I never thought we were gonna get here, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
This man has rights.
Don't go for me.
We have a big immigration focus this season, and that's something that's been asked of us for a while, but also we had to get here organically, and Mari gets here organically. I'm excited to have this on Vida because it was always part of our tapestry.
I love that this season it goes to bigger than what's just happening now with the gentrification. It goes to the whole immigration aspect and the ICE stuff that's going on. So I love that Mari gets to have another cause. And that's gonna be something where, is it gonna be beneficial or negative when it comes to vigilantes, and how is she gonna handle this? And how is she gonna fight for it? So I'm really excited to see how everybody is down with that. Because it is such an important issue, and because it is happening.
I'm really excited for audiences to see different kinds of community of LGBTQIA folks. We see the different kinds of community come together, and there's conflict, and there's unexpected things. I think for people that don't know, they could educate themselves oh, this does happen in the LGBTQIA community. Just so much more of the roller coaster ride that I can't wait to hear what the audiences have to say about it.
There's some imagery this season that I don't know if we've ever seen on TV. Drag kings. I don't know if I've ever seen a drag king on television. And then we have this double Queer-ceañera that is going to be epic.
One of the highlights of season 3 is definitely the drag king night. And the Queer-ceañera is going to be really cool. It's a special little moment in TV, I think.
It's a very epic party. It's very gay, very fun. One of the most fun that I've ever had shooting, I think, was shooting the Queer-ceañera. It also turned out to be surprisingly very moving and very emotional because you get to see what it means for someone to be celebrated for everything that they are. That's something that I'm looking forward for the world to see.